Right, guys. The sun's cracking through after a few days of rain. I'll get out in the garden soon. I need to replant some beans. Some of them haven't come up. It does happen, but it's okay because they'll produce beans. They'll be in sequence, so it could turn out better. But I've got to go and replant some. Some of them haven't come up. I might find them. Sometimes they're stuck under a lump of muck. So yeah, a few people have been asking about holidays and when to visit Bulgaria and stuff like that and around here. So I would advise or suggest, maybe not advise, is suggest if you're coming to have a look at Bulgaria in the view of something happening after that, which some of them are, I can detect, then I would say do a road trip around Bulgaria, right? So you see on the map here, if you get the geography of the place, road trips, this is road trip heaven. If you like road trips, you've got all of the Balkans, so you've got all these different cultures and different countries, and they are really different. Like Bulgaria and Romania are totally different vibes, if we can call it that. And Bulgaria, Turkey, completely different. Greece. So we've done most of these countries around. I haven't been to Turkey yet. I'm not that keen, really. It doesn't kind of blow my skirt up. But anyway, that's just me. So when we do a road trip, I'll just go through briefly how we do it. So we all get together and we get round the map like this, and we usually have a big map like the war room. And I say, right, and we've usually spoken about where we want to go, previously. So this is making the plan now. So I'll just do one trip that we did, and there's only two resources that you really need. Google Maps is fantastic. It really is. And Booking.com, equally fantastic in my opinion, because it's so easy to do, and the bookings and you book online, pay online, or you pay it when you get there. It's so easy. Anyway, so there's the geography, and we're right in the middle where it says Bulgaria on that map there. We're right in the centre where the L is, where the L is in Bulgaria. We're right there. So we can go anywhere we want in the Balkans, and we're only generally it's only about 2.5, 3 hours to the borders, And Romania's even nearer. It's only about an hour and 3/4 to the. It's a ferry boat actually across. You can go. There is a if you look at Rusay there's a bridge there, and there's a bridge up in the other far northwest corner called Vidin. Okay, so what we'll do is say, right, where are we going? Let's go to North Macedonia, maybe into Greece, maybe Albania, and we have a rough idea, but we know where we're going on the first day, obviously, because otherwise you wouldn't know where you were going, would you? So this is what I use: directions, right? Choose starting point, which is already in here, there, which is where I live, and then we'll put in Bitola, North Macedonia, because we've been there a few times, and the accommodation's fantastic, and I'll show you that in a minute. So there you go, 530 kilometres. It gives you straight away the distance and the and the time it will take, which is pretty accurate actually, but not for me because I drive slow and we stop as well. So 6 hours 50 in a day. You can call that 10, or maybe even 11. I'd call that 10. I'd say 10 hours we'll get there, and I can kind of speed it up in for certain places, you know, from Sofia down to the border. Is motorway. You know, on the motorway, I don't mind, you know, moving a little bit faster. But like on the other roads, I drive at a snail's pace because I don't get tired then, and I can drive forever. And and I do all the driving because the other guys are pretty much senior now, and they've got various. One of them's got like vision problems, and the other one's not very well. So, and I go with the local people, and they can speak all the language in you know, Bulgaria, obviously, because the Bulgarians. Now Macedonia, it's about the same language, you know. So there's no problem communicating. Even in Serbia, it's quite easy. Albania is a bit more tricky, but it's okay. A lot of them speak English, and the Greeks. So that's where I come in. So someone's going to speak English or Bulgarian, or I can speak enough Spanish as well. And so to stop rambling, so there we go. We're going to Bitterly now. We'll only book the first night, or in this case, we spent 2 nights because around Bitterly is amazing scenery, and the mountains are amazing. You've got lakes. You're within a stone's throw of Ohrid, which is fantastic. So we stayed. We booked 2 nights there. So you've got a big drive on the first day, and then the other resource I'll use then is we'll click onto this now. Is booking.com, and this is actually a place we stayed last year, Stonebridge Apartments. Now I've just picked a random date for next week, and I've done the search, and to save time here, and I've put like 4 people and 2 apartments, and look how cheap it is. That's for 2 apartments, 99 lev, which is €50. 50 euros for 2 apartments. Now they're not really apartments, they're like they've got their own bathroom and that, and they have got like, you know, a little bit of a cooking setup. Not much at all. They're like studios, you know, but like they call them apartments. And there are other cheap places there, but we picked this one, and it's fantastic. It's right on the main street, which is called Skikoka Laka or something like that. I can't remember. They have a parking place as well, reserved. You get a little parking pass, put it in your windscreen, and that's you. Parked right outside, right where that white car is. And that's right in the centre. And Bitterly is like, it's like a gem. It's like a hidden gem. It really is. And it's all this main street is all cafes and cafe society. And everyone's like, you know, there with the coffee and or a rakia or something, you know. And everyone's all there, people watching. It's fantastic. It's like, I suppose Paris used to be. And it's cheap. So we head for Bitterly because it's a fantastic base. And and then you're near everything then. That down where we want to go anyway. So that's the other. We booked that for 2 nights actually, and we did a kind of shorter day the next day. We just went into the mountains and back to the apartments. Right. So then, while we were there, actually, we decided where we were going to go next. We had an idea, but like. We kind of said, right, we'll go there. So you can go on the search here again and put add destination. And we went due south to Ioannina, in Greece, which is another big lake. So while we were in Bitola, I would book the apartments ahead of time, which is so easy on the booking.com. So that's all booked. It only takes 10-15 minutes and you're there. And then, so you can work out the amount of, it was about 250 kilometres. So we got there pretty handy. We got there about 1:30 the next day. We usually set off quite early anyway. We don't hang about. Because our trip is the road trip, is seeing the scenery and the, but this was quite a quick leg, and there was no kind of off-piste route, if you know what I mean. We had to go on the motorway for about half of it, which is okay, because we could see more of Ioannina then, and it's a really nice place on the lakeside. We had the lunch there and a nice walk around, leisurely walk. And then back to the apartment, stayed in the apartment then for the evening. Got some takeaway stuff and it was fantastic. And then we said, right, we'll head up tomorrow or the next day. Back up into, through Albania, just touched on the, we just touched on the east of Albania, place called Korçë, which is there. So we'll add another destination in. Add destination, Korçë. I think they call it Korçë, which is there. You see that appear on the map. And now we stopped there midday, and it wasn't too long a drive. And then we spent a fair bit of time there, and then we were heading then back into North Macedonia, Ohrid. Right, so hang on, I should have had the destination here. So you're getting the idea of how we build up our road trips. Now, any of these places, if you click on the town and then click on the photo, it'll give you a gallery of photos. So this is Lake Ohrid. Look how beautiful it is, and it's actually better when you're there than it is on the photos, and it's drop dead, This little corner of North Macedonia is like when they were giving out scenery. This got a good deal, Look at that, and the mountains, just above the church. If you look up to the left-hand side, that's Baba Mountain. That's quite a high mountain there, and we went over there. And you can go on boat trips here. You see these boats. And that's like a little ethno village that they've reconstructed. And it really is a fantastic place. So then Ohrid, right, so the next day, right, we're heading back now, kind of thing, back up to Bulgaria. So we have the destination. This is day 5 now. Day 5, and we stayed just there by the border, right there. So you see that, and that's the route we took actually, up round Skopje, and a place called Kriva Palanka, which is still inside North Macedonia, so it's cheaper. And then that'll give us, on day 6, we're up to 1,361 then kilometres. And day 6, we just cruise in, and it's a short leg, and it's nice to cruise back in, because by that time, I wouldn't say I was getting tired, but like, you don't want a huge day on the last day, driving. Well, I don't anyway. So that's what we do, and it's easy with these two. And even they've got some great things on this. If you look at the top on the top of the screen here, you've got hotels, gas, EV charging, if you're stupid enough to have an electric vehicle. Things to do, and that's a good one. Things to do, and it does give you like some good stuff. And I particularly like the one where you just click on the town, and you've got a gallery of photographs, you know, to have a look. And sometimes I'll do a virtual road trip, just to see the scenery, going to Street View, and that's good as well, just to see the terrain, you know. So that's what we do, and I would say to anyone, if you're coming around to the Balkans, I would say do a road trip first in Bulgaria and see if you like it, get a taste. Do some shorter legs, you know, maybe stay 2 nights in places, get a better feel than if it's your first time. And you could do a great road trip around Bulgaria, 10 days, I would say. You'd see a lot. And that's what you want to see, really. Well, that's what I would want to see. I wouldn't want to be in an all-inclusive place locked up for 2 weeks. I don't know why anyone would do that. Well, maybe. It's horses for courses, isn't it, really? But yeah. But it could be a bit messy if it's your first time to try and go to all these North Macedonia, Albania, and all. It can get a bit messy with the currency because they have it's all different currencies. We've got the lev. North Macedonia is the den. I think it's den or din. I think it's den. You've got Greece, which is euros, which is not really a problem because everyone's more or less got euros. And then Albania is the lek. So, and actually North Macedonia, most places take euros, most places, even more than Bulgaria. And they're not even in the EU or the Euro, North Macedonia, but they'll all take euros for some reason. So you can get by mostly on euros and a debit card, but you can get like stuck if they just say. Some places actually do as well. They say no, we will only take the local currency, so you might have to just move on and go somewhere else. Which that's what we did a couple of times, rather than change small amounts of money and that, you know. So you'd be better off, I think, maybe go to Sofia, rent a car, and do a road trip. That would be my suggestion and my choice if I was going to visit Bulgaria, with the view to seeing a lot of it. You can see a lot in 10 days. And the great thing about the Balkans is there's no traffic on that route there. There's no you will not come across any traffic jams or anything like that. None at all. You'll be most of it will be traffic free. So I hope that's helpful. And so booking.com, Google Maps, and you're away. I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope it's helpful to somebody. Cheers.